Speaking of original form,
go ahead.
We gotta talk about dollar. I'm on my fault. 50 Cent. He loves that chicken from Popeyes too.
$1.25 is what they.
But I was going to clown him like that, but that's my guy. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give him a better slide. You know what I'm saying? Where he's a little bit
okay. Because you know I was about to pull one out.
This joint, you know what I'm saying?
Pause. I was about to pull one of these out off that dollar, but go ahead.
It was kind of.
Oh,
how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
What kind of power you eat? But we're gonna get him right, man, with the right thumbnail. You know, shout out to 50 Cent. That's our guy. Come on, man. Power all day, man.
Bro. What's happening, 50?
You know what I'm saying? Southside, Jamaica, Queens, give us the hall pass, man. Come on, man. You know how we do. But we gotta talk about 50 Cent, man, giving some flowers to another Queens representative, that Nas, man, about to dump on Jay Pauls with that KD3.
Again?
Gave him his flowers, man, because Nas did a documentary on Supreme, and we know 50 Cent Supreme always had issue. That's his arch enemy, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he gave him his flowers and said that he's the GOAT. Do you guys agree with 50?
J-Camp, we wait.
Go ahead, Bebo. Because I want to come off you this time. I pause.
Man,
I want to drop my jewels after you drop yours, though. Pause. Right.
I'll say with every passing day, I am more and more convinced that Nas just could very well be the greatest of all time. I haven't locked that as, you know, that full-fledged 100% yet, but it's pretty close. And I feel like as of late from way back when I had, Jay-Z was, the greatest of all time. He wasn't necessarily my favorite, but, you have to, I always gave credit where it was due. And I felt like, most of us do, but I feel like, Jay has been slipping in that regard as Nas's catalog has really strengthened, in my opinion, even more than before he connected with Hit Boy to record songs together. But after that KD series with a little magic sprinkled in the mix of his catalog, Nas is definitely the one, as Fifth stated, in terms of artists that are, especially in terms of artists still living. But I'll let y'all go at it.
Hey, hold up, man. Nino Bays is in the building, man. I gotta give out the AK, man, to Nino Bays. Was goody.
Right.
He said, I want to drop my jewels after you drop your jewels.
Pause, man. Stupid pause right there. That's
man.
Pause, man.
Nino Bays in the building, man.
Give Nino the AK for that one, man. And just pointed towards my thought process.
Shout out to Nino in the building, man.
Shout out to Nino, though.
But it's the thing, though. Question.
Peace to you, bro.
You guys are saying basically Nas is the GOAT?
I think Nas is the GOAT.
I just want to get y'all on record real quick.
Yeah, I think he is the GOAT, bro.
Like I said, I didn't necessarily have him locked in fully, but easy. Let me ask this question that question. Are we talking about just alive and passed on, or are we talking about just living?
I agree with Devon.
But I agree with Devon.
That was going to be my thought process.
This is the dude.
When you talk about when people open up the pages of hip hop, that is going to be the dude's bars that they're going to be studying because of how the poetic influence of it, the way it was crafted, the way it was drafted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
this dude did a song backwards.
Exactly. And he talked about his gun backwards.
How many the power joint?
Yeah,
I gave you power.
I gave you power. Yeah. On the second Nas joint.
He's the Nino.
If you read Nas's lyrics, how many people can rap it just like he can? How many?
I mean, even from
to sound like you actually rhyming though, like how many people do you think can actually do that? If you never heard it before, like you just read, like you open up his rhyme book and you try to like rap
it. That's that is a question mark, I think, on a lot of people's minds that is very difficult to answer. I really think it is. And go ahead, Iceberg.
Well, if Scandalous is in the building, To me, it's Nas and Pop. It honestly, you can go tit for tat, right? Again, we talked about on the fan page this week that remember Tupac had 2 #1 albums in 1 year. The only people to do that is him and DMX. You know what I'm saying? So albums. I mean, like I said, and again, we didn't get the whole Tupac. You know what I'm saying? We only got him until 25. Nas is one of the dudes that survived, like, one of the Godfathers, man. So,
yep.
But off of that, if you got to go with longevity, man, you got to give it to him, or in my opinion, LL.
I mean, I'm not mad at Nino's at his statement on that too. I mean, I'm not mad at that at all.
What you think about that, Bebo? What I see you looking at it, Bebo. What you thinking
in regards to Nino's statement
here about because I mean,
Black Thought is
that horse in the race, man. People forget about, and then he wins by that little neck. You know what I'm saying?
He's a rhymer. I mean,
he's a rhymer.
But we're talking about greatest of all time, and
that's what I'm talking about.
I think that I mean, let's not be mistaken when we talk about like artists like the LLs that you stated, Iceberg. When we talk about the Snoops and so forth that have had like tried and true longevity,
I'm with you there.
Yeah, in terms of heck, even let's even give credit where it's due in terms of.
I think Nino's talking about just purely MCing.
Yeah, purely MCing.
If we're talking about purely
MCing, come on, man. Like,
I think you still have to give it to Nas.
This thing, look what
between the two.
I don't disagree, but I'm saying
Black Thought is up there.
If somebody puts Black Thought in the same sentence, I'm not
Show ain't mad at that at all.
If we talking about just MCing.
Fact.
Right, but this Show ain't mad at that.
This thing, Miss LB said it. This is it. He rapped about being a fetus.
Yeah.
Who raps like that?
I mean
this dude talked about being born,
being in the womb and being born, bro.
Right. Nas is just that. I mean, it's not to negate anybody's specialty that they brought, from a legacy standpoint. He's always been different, even in the beginning before he even got his deal. Folks in the streets of Queens and New York knew the deal. He wasn't eating like that at the time, but you know what I'm saying? Nas was and still is that.
I'm hungry.
And when you think, I remember watching the Drink Champs when Nas was on there and just seeing how giddy Nori was, because he's speaking from the street level, because Nori is another Queens dude. So he was basically like, Nas saved Queens.
Right.
He was like, Nas saved Queens.
Right.
Rap. And Nori was like, man, there wouldn't be no me, no Capone, or nobody if it wasn't for Nas.
Yeah, I mean, he's birthed a lot of artists in the game.
He's birthed a bunch of artists, man. Great artists too.
Yeah, Nino's saying though, Thought has got more albums with flawless flows, and that 10-minute freestyle on Flex might be one.
I don't negate that. I don't negate that. It was bananas.
I'm a bomb for that, man.
He's one of the.
That's why I said when it comes to MCing, there ain't too many that can compete with Thought.
Oh, right.
It just comes to just pure MCing. Besides Nas,
I mean, Nas is McDonald's. I mean, Nas is Chick-fil-A. Like, come on, man. It's just, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to go against.
He said Nas is that Ray Kroc.
I thought you were gonna at least say, at least Rue Chris.
I thought I was about to say the same thing.
You went Mickey D. I was like, damn,
man, come on, man. That billion served, that 90 billion served.
I look at Drake as like McDonald's. Nas is
getting out the president's wife without a plan. I mean, Miss LB said he changed the landscape of hip hop with the lyricism. Yeah, I mean,
just and the poetry alone, man.
Yes. I mean, just storytelling, the poetic, style, just everything. His whole presence was brown. He influenced Jay-Z. He influenced Jay-Z.
I mean, he had Jay-Z ghostwriting for Foxy to get his attention.
Yes.
I mean, even the Book of Rhymes joint.
Gosh.
I mean, he was rocking rhymes from when he was 17 on that joint.
And Devon just said that Black Thought hasn't carried albums, so that's a kind of a response to Nino Beja's situation. So, I
will say though,
Nas, man, let's be.
I definitely got to give it to Nas, but the one feather I feel that Black Thought will always have in his cap is this man rocks with a band.
Yeah, they're the only hip hop band that's mainstream out here. So, and they have been. So, shout out to them.
He's freestyling most of those joints with them.
Oh yeah,
groups.
oh yes, he is. I would argue all, but yeah, Nas is that dude. Nas has been that dude.
The KD3 will tell it all, in my opinion. And shout out to Kareem Johnson, man, over with Doggy Diamonds, man. Come on. He said we was kind of reaching a little bit on the album of the year joint with the KD3 because he said he really didn't like the Magic joint, but we're gonna see on 11/11. We're gonna see, and I want to see Kareem's come on the show next month after that drop.
And
we're gonna have a conversation, man. And shout out to Doggy and Kareem, man, all day. Let's go.
We gotta have a conversation if he didn't like Magic. Come on now.
Right.
Shout out to Doggy Diamonds and Kareem Johnson.
Absolutely.
Man, all
it's all good.
That's our OGs,
it's all good. We appreciate all the opinions. We appreciate all
Nas has some missed. Yeah,
he had some
misses early, man. He had he missed a little jump shot, you know what I'm saying? With the Nostradamus and Bull, you know what I'm saying?
He had a couple of Westbrook games.
Yeah, he had a couple of Westbrook joints.
He had a couple of Westbrook games.
Yeah, off the backboard, you know what I'm saying?
Off the side
they
of
were
the
trying
backboard.
to they were trying to, you know, that's when that was when he was going that was when he first started working with Track Masters, and you know, they were trying to
he had a couple R. Kelly-esque records.
Right,
you know
the joint he had with Mr. Big.
Yeah, man.
Man.